Hello there. My name is Łukasz Niedośpiał, and on behalf of Decerto, I'll have the pleasure of hosting today's webinar for you. Before we move on to the actual presentation, let me say a few words about our company. We are a software house with 18 years of experience in the market, delivering custom application or in-house built products like Hickson or A-Agent for the finance and insurance industries. With that experience, we have successfully covered over 80% of the insurance industry in Poland, which makes us really proud. But the main reason for this webinar is simple. During our recent project, we once again observed that modifying data in commission systems remains a significant challenge, particularly when legacy systems are involved. Many companies still depend on their IT departments to execute the final stage of modification. This reliance slows down the operations, reduces flexibilities, increases the risk of logical errors, and complicates processes, especially in large IT teams where responsibilities are divided among multiple members of the team. The most effective solution is to streamline the change process by reducing dependency on the IT and empowering the business departments to manage those modifications independently. We can achieve this by using the right tool that allows us to make any kind of modification on the fly. In this presentation, I will demonstrate you how a business rule engine can enables flexibility in implementing necessary changes and simplifies the configuration of commissions calculations. Additionally, I will show how easily real data can be modified based on some specific requirements that we received in one of our projects. We will explore two examples: managing debit card fees and summarizing transfers fees. I will also show you how to do certain modification, flexible modification with the use of business rule engine. So for today's presentation, I will use two tools and one XML file. So the first tool will be Hickson Business Rule Engine, that is a technology agnostic system that could be connected to any external system by the use of the REST API. Hickson's power is high performance and usage of simple decision tables and functions that can regulate and modify commission systems. The second one will be demo sample application that will mimic the commission system. Now it's empty, and I will populate it with the XML file that basically will provide us with 1,000 operations that will be used in this example. And usually, commission system receives similar data from external sources. If you look closer into this XML file, you will see that we have here some metadata about our customer, the account that he possesses, and certain specific operation, list of those specific operations. And under the specific operation, we have connected to it specific data that describes this particular operation. Okay, so let me upload this XML file to our application. And when I click right now the calculate over here, we will see the initial results. And these results are calculated thanks according to the rules that are stored in our business rule engine that I will proceed to show you. So right now I will calculate, and as you can see, the calculation time took place in 14 milliseconds, and we calculated 1000 operations, which I can show you at the bottom that we have them all over here. So to play, to modify, to use this this webinar as the platform to show you how easy it is to do that kind of modification, we will use, as I mentioned already, the business rule engine Higson. So right now I will proceed to log into this specific one. And in this business rule engine, we already have created the profile bank, which is connected to this demo sample application that we will use as a commission system. And what you can see, we prepared something that we called business domain configuration. And in this business domain configuration, on the left side panel over here, we have tree structure of all available things from our commission systems. In this particular case, we have product lines, we have some promotions, and some global tariffs. Usually, this tree configuration is very specific towards the particular customer, so it could be individual in the cases of a particular customer, and it could look completely different. So first things first, I will show you how we move through this business rule engine. So we use tree specific configuration over here to allow not only business user, but mostly business user to move without loss through the layers of operations that we have over here. So let's focus on the example that we uploaded in this business application. So as I already mentioned, in this XML file, we had some metadata about our customer, John Adams. We have specific information about him and his operations. So we have account number, we have the specifics of this account. We know that this customer is from the segment Silver. He used the individual account and has the account product My Account Instant. To locate all of those initial information, we can move and navigate to this tree structure over here. So I will find this particular, not customer, but his account under the product lines. We know that he is the individual customer, so I can open this branch over here. Under this branch, we will have the list of products connected to this particular product line. We will see some credits, some credit cards, loans, and saving accounts. When I open this, we will continue to see sub-products that are connected to the particular saving account. And when I hit over here on the list of the products, sub-products, I can go to a specific one that we have in for Mr. John Adams, which is MIAI. When I open that, we will see that we have to this certain My Account Instant, we have some certain attributes connected. Those attributes basically describes this particular account. So we see what is the number, identification number for this sub-product. We can see availability about this product. We can see it starts and when it ends. We also, from this layer, in this particular example, we can see the channels by which we can acquire this sub-product, and we can see that it could be acquired through internet, some call center, or in the branch. Also, Under My Account Instant, we can spot 3 tariffs that are connected to this particular customer. We see one global tariff that is recurring over here, referenced over here, excuse me. We have 2 specific for My Account Instant. If we look closer to Mr. John Adams, at the bottom over here, we will see that he is using T01 tariff. So under the tariff, we have some certain operations, and all of those operations have its fees that were listed in some, let's say, official document. And usually those documents look like like this. Sorry, I will open something that directly in the PDF file. Let's see this bank. This is the official commissions and fees that we have listed over here. And usually banks possess one of those documents. And in those documents, we have certain fees for certain operations. So we allow ourselves to do a co-reference over here in the Hickson. And when I open certain specific operation, I will see that we have some descriptions about those operations with a fee allocated to it. Like in this case, we have $3. Like the specific information, like if it's recurring payment. If it is recurring payment, then we need to establish how often it's recurring. So in this particular case, we use monthly. We can use quarterly or yearly. Okay, in this particular example of Mr. Adams, we can get quite lost because we open plenty of layers. So let me go back to maybe the main product lines and tariffs, because if we want to do modification, we can do them also over here. So I will open the main tariffs over here, and to play a bit, we can go to all of the fees and we can do some modifications. So allow me to look once more into this particular application. Let us see the specific of these accounts. So we will see what's what. Okay, let me retrack for a second to the main product lines. I will show you one more thing. Sorry for the improvisation, but it's live presentation and it has its own rights. So I will use the global tariff to play and perform modification. And I will choose, let's say, this operation called local transfer outgoing. Local because we have PL over here and we have out, which is meaning that this particular transfer is outgoing. So right now in the tariff T01, the fee for this kind of transaction is 0. And it's 0. We have a certain code over here and description over here. When we look inside this particular transfer PL operation, we will see the specifics for this particular one written over here. As you can see, it contains some attribute. It has some codes which could be changed. Or the title of the operation also could be changed. We can change every single layer and payment over here. But to do so, I will use the main global tariff. It will be easier and more clear to move through. So I will let me open G23A tariff called local transfer PL in that particular case. So for this particular example, for this particular transfer, in this particular tariff, we can see that we have $1.20 of cost. And our customer here still uses different tariff. So as you can see, it's 0. If I want to change it over to another tariff, I simply recalculate it, and we have now the calculation taken from the tariff A, which is called G23A. If I want to modify something, anything, to be honest, I simply go back to the Hickson, to the business rule engine. I click on the edit button on the top right corner, and I will open the editable panel. In the value column, I can now add the modification that I need. I can change this, this value for example, 0.99 and call it new fee, new G23A tariff fee, transfer fee, sorry, G23A local. As you can see, I've done some minor modification over here to send it to our external application, to our commission system. I need to save the change and publish our session. If I do not publish the session, I can go on and do more modification in the spot. But when I've done, I simply click session, publish changes, leave some notification for the future reference, like the first, for example, it will be called first change over here. I can publish my session. So I've done the modification to 0.99, and when I recalculate, this cost for the transfer and this description should change. Let's go with should. So as you can see, the calculation only took 22 milliseconds, and all of the data changed. So that was the easy change that we perform. What we can also do, like the different minor modifications, or maybe a bit more, not minor, but bigger modifications if we need to, but all of those will be done directly from our business rule engine. So let's maybe do something a bit more specific. So if we are doing modification in that manner, like quick modification in the Hickson over here in the attributes panel, where we are setting the main fees for our operation, it's okay. But sometimes we are creating something that is an exclusion from the rule. And those exclusion usually in the banks or in other organizations are called promotions. So let's create some promotion for our customer. So let us look at maybe this particular transfer called SEPA. So this particular transfer has its own fees established. This time, we don't have static fee like a number, like in the transfer we just saw. In this particular case, we are using very simple function that will use some specific information like a fee rate, minimal fee amount, and maximal fee amount. So those numbers over here are specific numbers, are telling us that the fee amount could be 1% of the transaction of the transfer, minimum $5 or maximum $50. When we look closer in our application, over here, let us locate transfer SEPA. Transfer SEPA is over here. We can see that right now we've done that amount as a transfer, and we see that it was just 1% over here. It's $16. So if I would like to make a quick amendment, I can simply edit it, change it from the dynamic change from function, and set some statics. So let's set right now the rate as the 2%. Let's use 7 and maybe 70 as the ranges of the minimum and maximum fee amount, and let us save this change. So I've done some modification from dynamic to more static over here, and now I will publish my session because I want to be visible for you in the application. So application was successful, and let us recalculate. So as you can see, now we recalculated it. It took us only 16 milliseconds, and we applied new values for this application. Okay, so let me proceed to another example. Sometimes when we want to create something, we need to use specific functions that I already mentioned to you in the example of this basic transfer SEPA. But those specific functions could relate to some certain problems. Like, for example, in our project that we are providing, our customer had this specific requirement. The specific requirement was that he didn't want that the summary transfer, that the fee for the transfer, the local transfer, be not granted by the single transfer that was allocated by our customer, but it will be fee at the end of the month that will be sum of all of the transfer that this particular customer performed. So for their actual used system, that was something that was almost impossible to do. And with use of our tool, we showed them that thanks to the elastic approach and use of the decision tables and functions, that task that in the legacy system seems to be impossible is simple done by few steps. So let me show you this particular example. So in the tariff G23C, we have something that we call summary transfer. And this particular summary transfer is based on some function, is occurring every single month, and it's counting the fee based on some information. So I will now open this function to show it to you, and maybe I will also open another card to explain the function that I'm showing to you. So what we are looking right now, we are looking at the calculation, the formula for the fee amount, and basically it's quite easy formula. What we can see in the row number 9 is that we are counting the transfer count and the cost of the particular operation fee for particular operation, and we need to just allocate the data for those two points of our formula. So the first one, the most important one, is the fee for one decision table, and this decision table we configured it also in Hixon. I will open one just to show you how it's look. So basically, from this decision table, we are taking the value of the fee over here, but it's the value of the fee is dependent on the transfer count. So if there will be from 1 to 100 count, the fee will be $1. If there will be over 501, the cost will be 50 cents. The second thing, the second transfer count decision table is, to be honest, aggregator. It's also built in, it's also written in Hickson, so we are connected to the point where we are taking data from the external application, and we are counting the number of the operations that that were performed. So let us do that particular thing. So this operation is concerning the transfer, local transfer PL again, but it's in it's in the tariff G23C. So I will open one, no promotion, and I will calculate it. 20 milliseconds it took. And let us go to the bottom when we have the new option shown. So we can see right now that the summary transfer PL, additional cost for it, is allocated at the end of the month, and the cost is $225.40 from where we are taking this information. So we are taking the, as I already mentioned, the number of operations, and as you can see right here, let me put this one, outgoing, we have 322 operations. So from the decision table that I've showed you already, we know that we need to find the range that contains this number 322, which is over here. And we know that we need to multiply 322 by this number. So let me open the calculator for you. Sorry, calculator, and let's calculate it manually. So we have number 0.7 multiplied by 322 operations. That gives us 225.04. And as you can see, it's exactly this number that we have over here. We can simply modify this number, this fee over here, by using the addition button over here. If I do the modification, let's make it 75, save the change, and publish the session. I will leave the note. And I will publish this information. And let me recalculate it one more time. Now, as you can see, we have completely different value. Okay, similar situation we had with another task that was given to us by this customer, and it was something very specific also, and it was concerning the debit card maintenance fee. And we created something, the main idea was that the customer also wanted to have this debit card maintenance fee kept in a certain manner. The certain manner was that he wanted it to be also done after the passing month. And when we look closer with to this the situation, we decide to also use the decision tables. We in this particular situation, this recurring fee would be monthly fee, and it will go directly. This fib would be dynamic, as I already mentioned, and it will be connected to some specific decision table. I will open decision table over here, and it as it took me before from this function, now it's taking me directly to this specific decision table. And here also we can perform some certain changes, modifications. This particular example I will not edit because it's concerned about the previous month information. So if I do any modification over here, we will not see it in this particular application because it was preset as the current month. So unfortunately, I cannot show it to you directly. But what I want to show you over here is that this particular set of informations, this simple decision table, is connected in the definition levels section to some aggregators that are coming to Higson from the external application. We have a specific function for it that basically tells us that let me open one that this particular card amount, card debit, should be counted in a certain way and should look on some certain factors. We can set those as flexible as you want, and we can add any situations over here. Like for example, we can recalculate even the exchange rate for different currencies based on the specific date. Higson allows us to do so. With that, I can also assure you that Higson was built in the specific manner that do not, let's say, allow you for the place for is not giving you the place for mistakes. So if I, for example, do any kind of modification, let me go back to the summary transfer fee that I've modified over here. You can use built-in tools to check if some particular changes were connected to your were not connected, were the way you planned them to have. To do so, in the panel tools over here, we've built something that we call tester, and in the test we can test any kind of decision table of function by simply putting the name of the parameter or function in the list and added it to our test scenario. By running it, we can see the test cases that we need to provide to perform the calculation. And I believe that's the main essence of the showing you how flexible this tool could be and how you can I will use override the need of use IT departments to do and perform some flexible modification. So let me skip the screen and move over to our presentation again. So to summarize, to wrap up our presentation, as a software house, Dexerto specializes in delivering tailored solutions that enhance business efficiency. Just like the commissioned management system we've just demonstrated, of course it was just a demo application, but it was it had the sense of showing you how easy to manage some things. Whether you're looking for flexible integration into your existing setup or need a fully customized end-to-end commission platform, we're here to help you. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask. And if you'd like to explore how our expertise can support your business, don't hesitate and reach us out. Thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with you.